y'all are not on any list of like to choose like or give y'all an opinion. Like people grew up with you guys. Like I don't want to hear like, you know, like
ain't no luck.
Nas is not relevant. I don't want to hear none of that shit, man.
Ain't no luck. Nas is very relevant.
Yeah, exactly.
Ain't no luck in this shit, man. This shit is hard work, blood, sweat, and tears. You understand me? And true talent. You understand me? And being consistent.
We do know that some of the young homies are going to become icons and legendary.
They
eventually,
and we don't know which ones, but you know, I'm rooting for the young hip hop. I have no doubt about it. I was never expected to be what I am. I just became this shit, you know what I mean? And I think that you can't look at what's happening this year to know what we're gonna care about in the future. You can't look at who's the hottest on the charts this year to know who's gonna be
because they
a
can
factor
be going
in the future.
tomorrow.
So to put yourself in a statement of critiquing a Nas or a Jay-Z or Ice Cube or E40 or a Fat Joe or a Busta Rhymes, you gotta fucking you gotta walk the path first, bruh. Give me 20 years in the game. Give me 10. Give me 10 of you not fading away and you staying relevant, the word. You give me 10 and I'm fucking with you.
You know, the word relevant, like, if you know who I am just by my voice.
I'm relevant.
And you don't have to know my name. I don't have to say my name. You relevant.
There you go.
Know, if you see a picture of me and you stop and read the headline, just because it's a picture of me, that means I'm relevant. So relevant means that I get your attention. It doesn't mean that I got a bigger song on the radio than this one or that one. It means I know who this man is. I know who this female is. And I want to see what they doing. Whether I get with it or not, I'm interested. And that's relevant to me.
What if you gross like millions of dollars off hip hop year in and year out? Is that relevant?
Hell yeah.
Because that's what's happening right here.
I'm gonna add that 21 Savage is a cool guy. I love his music, and I don't think he meant to say it like that. Obviously,
but they did a song together.
That's what I'm saying.
In a nutshell, they summed it up. I like that. I like 21 Savage. I'm
gonna make let's make it clear. Like, but there are young kids that they look at like current standings.
But
and
even though he didn't mean that in that context, the little clickbait.
Oh yeah, of course.
Was taken and ran with, and now we have to deal with that statement. You know what I'm saying? We don't got to deal with, man, Savage, you wrong. But the statement went out there. And the conversation, it's a good conversation, man. I think that's a really good conversation. Is Nas relevant? That's a good conversation. Let's have it. Because hip-hop is going to keep having this conversation. And 20 years from now, all my young homies that are practicing ageism, all you old niggas that's practicing ageism, the conversation is going to keep coming up. And we're going to have it like, what is relevant? What is not? Who ain't got bars? Who do? Like it's hip hop, nigga. We family.
And stop saying you're washed up. Stop. If you streaming more than these youngsters, if you having more Chalupa, more Skrilla, more Scratch, more Quid, more Yaper, you understand me?
Celebrate.
How the hell you gonna tell a motherfucker to stop rapping? You know, I tell them like this: if y'all keep bringing it, if y'all keep streaming it, I'm gonna keep bringing it.
Yeah, celebrate, don't hate.
You know what I'm saying? If y'all keep buying it, I'm gonna keep supplying it. You understand me? And that goes for food and beverage too. Hello.
When you got a fan base, you know you got family, you got a career. When you got a fan base, you got a long career, and your fan base should be the most important thing to you as an artist that been in the game for a long time, because, you know, they're the ones who are going to be down from day one to day two to the last day if you keep giving them what they expect and love from you. So we got big fan bases, so we're going to be here for a long time.
Yo, Ice Cube, did you always think that, like, you were so aggressive that you guarantee you could have beef in the future because of the lyrics?
I didn't really think about that part, but my favorite MCs are aggressive. You know, the Rakim style is cool, but my favorite MCs was Run, was LL, Chuck D, Aggression. You know, you got the mic. Get them
KRS-One was dope too with that shit.
KRS-One with the styles. Man. You know, he had many styles. You know what I mean? It's like he showed me that you don't have to rap the same. You got to pull out your arsenal of styles and flows, and you have to be different. I learned that from KRS-One. But the Aggression, Melly Mel, people who could get your attention, Ice-T.
I feel like Melly Mel was the first street rapper ever.
Melly Mel is
Ever.
lyrical. You know
what I'm
he's a
saying?
genius because he was able to make it real. You know, it wasn't about the party. It was about what we had to deal with leaving the party, what we had to deal with before we get to the party. You know what I'm saying? It was showing that rap could visually take you to a place that you're probably scared to go without the music. You know, you won't go there. The music can take you there, but you would never go there yourself. And so when you got the mic, you got to use it. You only got a little time on this earth. These records are going to be here when we dead, and you got to make them count.
We wanted to be to the point where kids' parents are playing our songs 20, 30 years later, and they think it's new because that's what our parents did. They played songs, you know, that we did. It wasn't even rap. It was soul music. You know what I'm saying? Temptations. You know, the OJs. You understand me? The Whispers. You understand me? Can Function. Like, you know, many moons ago, and we would think it's new. That's all because that's all they played. We thought it was brand new songs. You feel me?
Yeah. Wow.
But it's timeless music, man. You understand
Sound
me?
good forever.
Come on.
Parliament, Funkadelic, George Clinton,
Wow.
Zapp, James Brown, Bootsy, Rick James. You know, they showed us too that you don't have to stay in the box. Yeah. You don't have to be doo-woppy all the time. You can have complicated funk.
Yeah, I mean, motherfuckers was dressing crazy back then, man. You know, Dre used to have like sparkly shit on. You know? I told him, where that sparkle?
That was how
that was show business. Yeah. You know, if you look at all the artists, you know, the Silvers, the Earth, Wind and Fires, the Jackson 5. You know, you had to have a costume. Even you know, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5.
Oh yeah, they had like
some
ill shit on. But
I think I saw something with
Africa Bambaataa, Soul Sonic Force.
I think I saw something with Melly Mel when he was talking about, you know, when Run DMC came out, just straight, you know, Lee's, Adidas, you know.
I mean, go back and look at what
y'all fucked up the game, you know. Goddamn, I was getting shit tailor made to hit the stage. Now y'all coming out in fucking t-shirts.
It was mad at Run DMC.
Run DMC was one of the greatest.
Even Ice-T when he first came out, remember Ice-T and Breaking?
Yeah.
He had the belt with the bullets and the
shit. You had the ill suits though. You had like the ill suits. Wait, who was making your suits back then? Who's tailoring them?
He had leather suits. He'll wear a leather suit if it's 100 degrees in the summer, and that's gamed up university out there in the Bay Area. That's how niggas used to.
Now you gotta be honest, man. One day I went and bought these 2 leather suits. I wore them 2 motherfuckers for every photo shoot in my early days. The only reason why you can't find early picture of me without the leather suits, because all I had, nigga. I just had them 2. Had the white one and the gray one.
They worked.
Goddamn right. And I was inspired by Run DMC. Thank you.
Yeah. That's fire, man.
Thank you.
Speaking of Jamaicans, you always had like Jamaican hooks and stuff like that. Who were these artists back then? Like y'all would chase to do these like
Don Jaguar.
Yeah, shout that out, man.
Don Jaguar, we did Wicked together, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of, you know, one of those first, you know, rap reggae flavors, you know, together. To me, you know, it's like dope culture, dope. And they, you know, I'm always interested in places that got their own flavor. You know, that's why I love the Bay. The Bay is not like Southern California. The Bay is on its own energy. And it's different, and it's interesting, and it's not in a box. You know what I mean? It's fluid, it's loose, is banging. The beats gotta bang. Like you can't get away with no smooth ass. Like you know, if you got something slow, it gotta be full of bass, and it gotta have that bass.
Gotta have a lot of shit talking to.
Yeah, it's a flavor. You know, and it can't be duplicated.
I mean, you talk about culture. Like, where did the Asians come into play? Like, I used to DJ before I met
We from
E40.
the area, man.
I know there's a lot over there, but how did that? Like, they used to do all the fucking. Like,
let me just tell you.
Explain this culture clash.
It's called born in it. They born in this shit. They born in the trenches, the octagon. They right there, and they in Oakland.
Let me bring you in because you a DJ who works a lot of rooms, not just in these times.
The Bay Area woke me up. By the way, when I first DJ in the Bay Area, I woke up because I'm playing on East shit. Niggas is like this. I started playing like Keep the Sneak and everything.
Exactly.
One of the niggas. Like,
I'm saying, though, you work.
I was like,
you work them diverse crowds, man.
Thank God I know all the DJs across the world.
We have a diverse fan base in the Bay that from the start it was never just black people only. It was always you look out in the crowd and the white people are standing right there,
right there.
The Asians is right there, and the Mexicans is right there,
Cambodian,
and we all like we all turning up. We all like whatever it became to be known as hyphy, but it was always like I always had that fan base of not just black people because we got platinum albums, and if you was platinum, you had to cross over. You couldn't just be platinum. You couldn't be platinum and just be a black audience only. So we had to cross over.
It was Usos, Filipinos.
Wow.
It was
I just want to say too, man. Me myself personally, I made 6 platinum albums, 4 gold albums, and I did that shit on 3 regions.
Wow.
I only had the Midwest, the South, and the West Coast. So if you do the math of the magnitude of what I had to do to sell over 1 million records in 3 regions without
super hard.
You know what I'm saying? It was 2 niggas in Queens with a 2 short album.
Wow.
2 niggas in Queens, 3 niggas in Brooklyn.
Nah, you
1 nigga in the Bronx.
Nah, it was more than that, brother.
Yeah.
It was more than that.
Nigga, I was on the elevator checking into my penthouse suite in New York City, and the bellman is like, "Who is you?" I'm like, "Too Short." And he like, I ain't never heard of you. What you do? I rap. He's like, "Where you rap at?" I'm like, "Nigga, I done did shows with Big Daddy Kane." I'm naming rappers, right? Like the bellman. I'm on there juried up, going to my penthouse. He said, "Stop lying."
Damn.
In New York. He didn't believe me.
You let that be your that was your motivation to
I know
continue.
that was a good moment. Like New York, I was like, nigga, I was multi-platinum.
We got booed at the Apollo.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's crazy.
Eazy-E and NWA.
What? Yeah, I heard about that.
Boo!
Yeah.
Get them Jerry curls out of here. This was when we only had one song, really.
What?
Boys in the Hood and We Want Easy. Boys in the Hood didn't, that was just underground. We Want Easy was our first MTV record.
Well, them boos didn't age too well.
We what it is, if we should have started with those songs that they knew. We started with songs that they didn't know. It wasn't nothing but I think it was a BRE or some kind of, seminar where they had, you go to the BRE and do your shit there, and then you go over to the Apollo and everybody's performing. But when you get there, it's like, damn, Biz Marquee and goddamn, like they got the giants out here.
In the middle of fucking Harlem.
And you got, the biggest groups out there, Ultramagnetic.
You going up against them.
You got Stetsasonic. You got, and it's like, oh yeah, and Eazy and NWA. Who the fuck? And we got booed, and
what year
we was arguing this shit.
What year? It's
got to be 88.
Wow.
Yeah, 88. And we arguing this shit about what we could have did better. And we saw Run in the elevator. And Run was like, yo, who are y'all? What's up? What y'all doing? It's like, it's Eazy and NWA. Oh, Eazy. You that kid with the Boys in the Hood song?
Wow.
And that right there was all we needed. Was like, okay, this shit bubbling. They just ain't ready yet. We'll be back.
Especially for Run to say that. Run
to say that.
Forever fixture.
Because we was like, damn.
Come on.
I was like, damn, Run just
come on. That's all you
Run. And he knew us. And that was all we need to say. It's just too early. We just out here a little too early.
I gotta end this with the violence in hip hop. Was the heat index and beef the same as now, or is there a difference? Or
come on now, we all remember.
You see how the kids are dying like more reckless now, which is crazy.
And it used to happen all the time. Ain't nothing new in hip hop. I remember we was just talking about E-Love getting shot in the ass at one of that's E-Love, LL 87.
Oh, I forgot about that.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it's been happening. Niggas been getting cut at the Latin quarters. It just
there's no social media to put it out there the way it is now.
Do you remember a little place called? You remember a little place called The Tunnel?
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh my God.
Yeah, I remember
like
the title. Hell yeah.
the good, hip hop. What's so great about it?
It
highlights the
more
good,
saturated
the bad,
now too, though.
and the ugly.
It's
Everything.
more saturated now. It's like hella rappers. You could
because we on social media, but it's always highlighted the good, the bad, and the ugly. Everybody like the good, the money, the fame, the camaraderie. People don't like the bad. When contracts is fucked up, boom, boom, boom. But it can get ugly too, and people hate the ugly. But that's murder, and that's death, and that's
the reality.
The reality. So hip hop has always dealt with the good, the bad, and the ugly. Since Cold Crush Brothers or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Scott LaRock on him.
Yeah, Scott LaRock got murdered.
That was man.
But that so it's nothing new under the sun. We just got to be smarter. We've had 50 years to understand how it can happen. So we just want the young artists to be as smart, to move accordingly, to live. You got a lot to live for. You got to take care of yourself. You got to make sure that you survive for your family. You're probably bringing the most notoriety and money to your family that's ever happened. And you can't take that lightly, and you can't play with it. You got to be serious as a heart attack.
Factor in the numbers too, man. The numbers have to be a factor. Like, how many rappers were there? Literally, how many rappers were there in 1998? Oh
yeah, that's right too.
And how many rappers are there 25 years later? Like,
it's hella rappers now.
So you sitting there saying, you ain't never heard me on the post saying how much my chain cost.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't giving you the breakdown, the itemized. What I did and just like advertising how valuable this is. I used to try to move around. My cousins be calling, nigga, let me buy. Like, bro, I ain't got it. Like if you bragging and your cousins calling, like, nigga, you got it, nigga. You just spent 70 on the chain, nigga.
Yeah, exactly.
Let your cousin borrow 2,000.
But can you make it clear that you don't need jewelry? Like, everybody knows your face. They know your face. No, you don't.
We don't need it.
Exactly.
So
we end with that.
Look at me.
Back in the day,
I ain't got nothing on but my wedding ring.